I'm Philip Stoten from EMS Now. I'm here at Productronica 2011 and I'm joined by John Hartner from the Dover Technology Group. John, thanks for joining me. I wanted to really have
Glad
a bit
to be
of
here, Phil.
Good. Wanted to have a kind of high-level chat about what's going on at the Dover Technology Group level, because you're kind of looking at what's going on in the industry and it's kind of a little subset.
Right.
Tell me what you're seeing from there, what you're seeing within your group, and really how that sits within what's happening in the industry.
Sure. Well, this year has been another good growth year for us across the board, and certainly started very strong as a follow-up from 2010. Our electronics business is one place we participate in and do a range of things there, Phil, from depositing materials on circuit boards, wafers, solar cells, and then doing some tests as well down the line, and thermal processes. Electronics was really great, continues to be great through the rest of this year, so we're quite happy with that part of our business. The semiconductor parts of our business, again, a great start to the year, has slowed, just as much of the people in the industry have talked about, so we think that that's a temporary slowing. However, we'll see how the beginning of next year comes out. Our operations are quite flexible, which is great. And then finally, solar, which was a business that we started within DEC a number of years ago, one of our businesses, and has been just a boom. And we've shown the process expertise we have, the global footprint from a service standpoint, and applying that into the solar metallization space and fuel cell, alternate energies overall, have allowed us to become quickly one of the top players in that industry, which is really nice to see. Great for the team.
Yeah, and if we sort of break that down a little bit, I guess that gives you three routes to growth. You've got organic growth within the businesses and the industries you're in.
Sure.
You've got the opportunity those businesses have to kind of extend where they are, if you like, in the marketplace. And then you've got the opportunity to acquire more businesses in whichever sector.
Sure.
Which of those, or are all of those, your focus?
All of the above.
All of the above. So how do you go about
So
that?
a couple things I'd say is, also recently I've got a couple other businesses that are part of my group that are in printing and deposition of material, but tends to be more in the consumer products or industrial space. So that's actually a nice complement to what we do, because again, it's all about a solution to the customer, very process-oriented, challenging applications. And so we are growing in each one of these companies, which is really nice. I just had a presentation on LED at DEC and how we're doing things with organic LED applications. That was an application we weren't in 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And obviously that has a great growth trajectory. So there's the space they're in, it's their own organic growth, and then as I look at that field, what I'll call a field of view where we do printing and identification, we have opportunities, really I'll call white spaces, right in between these where there's great little companies, technology companies that would really be great additions to our team.
Okay.
And as you probably know, Dover has a unique culture, which is the entrepreneur that is running the businesses, whether that's DEC or ECT or Multitest or Markham-Amage, is allowed to continue to run the business, serve their customer, develop new technology, and drive service and marketing around the world. That model, I believe, will attract new entrepreneurs with unique technologies that we can help them grow, become more global, and expose those products to a world of customers that are out there waiting for that new technology.
Yeah, I guess you have all that great experience with the existing businesses, but also, I mean, we were talking to a couple of very large contract manufacturers today, and they were saying that when they're looking for equipment now, they have real issues of global footprint amongst their suppliers, and being able to leverage that is really important. They're basically saying if they're building a product in Paderborn that they're then taking to Penang or somewhere, it needs to be built on the same equipment, and whoever supplied that equipment needs to be able to service it here and in Penang. So I guess that's always been part of the DTG strategy, to have that global presence.
Yeah, I think almost every one of our companies is certainly in all major markets, and then some even secondary markets. I think the customers are going that way. They want this. And when we're talking about external growth acquisitions, a lot of times there's fantastic technology, but they can never get up to the level where a Flextronics or a large semicon company will consider them. Guess what? As they're backed by a larger company with good capital structures and are able to expose themselves to the rest of the world, it's very natural that they'll become part of a customer opportunity that they may never have gotten before. And that's a real value add
Yeah.
for them. It's a real value add for our customers,
Yeah.
and then certainly for our shareholders.
It certainly is for you. And I guess that's as we draw to a conclusion, that's the bottom line, isn't it? It's allowing them to maintain their autonomy and what they have, which should be technical skills, market knowledge, but giving them that backbone of capital and experience.
Absolutely, it's a great model. We've used it for many 53 years. I think we'll continue to use it. Many of the people, sell their company, run their company, retire, and have a next generation of owner to operate. I think that's really well proven, and something that could work here in Europe with a lot of great technology and people that want to grow globally. So,
okay,
thanks very much for the time.
Yeah, no, thank you, John. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Take care. Bye bye. I need a parachute.